There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break one. Call the morning steam, it's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show here for Tuesday, October 28th. And we can't wait for tonight for Game 4 of the World Series after last night's incredible game that, oh, man, it feels like it just got over, and I'm just waking up to see what's going on here today. What a night, huh, guys, at the World Series. One of the greatest games you've ever want to be a part of. And I hope you were a part of it with us. Yeah, it was supposed to be an NFL stream last night. We did have an NFL game, but eventually it became a stream for all the extra innings of the Dodgers win over the Blue Jays 6-5 in Game 3 of the World Series and one of the wildest playoff games in years, a classic. Tied for the longest game in World Series history at 18 innings. Ironically, it was also the Dodgers back in 2018 with that win. They didn't win that series. That they won when Max Muncy hit that walk-off home run. But nonetheless, it was the longest 18 innings with an incredible finish there with Frederick Charles Freeman hitting a home run there, a towering home run to dead center in the 18th inning for the win. Some other guy on the team did pretty well. Shohei Ohtani hits 2 home runs, 2 doubles, becomes the first player to have 4 extra base hits in World Series history. The first one came in the 18th game ever played in a World Series. This was game number 703 of the World Series. It's only happened twice that a player had at least 2 home runs and 2 extra base hits. He walked 5 times and got on base 9 times like he's a little leaguer at the World Series. The World Series in Williamsport, that's what happens like when the big kid gets all the home runs and then throws a no-hitter. That's what Ohtani does, and he's going to go out there and pitch today after yesterday's incredible performance. Teoscar home run. Players kept getting thrown out at second base, at third base, at home plate. LA left bases loaded in the 13th inning, and both teams left enough guys on base to set a World Series record for the most runners left on base as well. No one scored for 11 innings, or 10 and a half, 11 innings, whatever it was. It was 5-5 after 6 innings, and then ended up being 6-5. So Alejandro Kirk, my man, 3 runs scored, home run. The Jays early in the game were looking pretty good. But Vlad Guerrero scored from first on a single. Blue Jays then had a runner picked off, or whatever that was. Can't have that happen in the World Series no matter what. If you're the umpire, I'm so cool, man. Let me call the strike 3 days later. Still was a mistake by the Blue Jays. But they had a runner thrown out at third, at home plate as well. Toronto left the bases loaded in the 12th inning. And the Dodgers used a World Series record 10 pitchers. The Blue Jays used 9. Who's going to be left today to throw? You can't have Bieber and Ohtani go all the way, kid. You? And the game took 6.5 hours. So We will see them tonight. Who will be ready? Will they have enough pitching? Will that be a major factor in the game once we get to the bullpens? Oh, man, what a night. I don't even know if I covered it all. I'm trying to remember what else happened in the game. Oh, man, just incredible game. Let me say hello to everyone in the chat. We got to come back and do it again here. Hello to Jerry Jones. Blue Jays are done. Ohtani's going to win the MVP. And Blue Jays fan with no, Springer, Bo Bichette. These are key players, and they're banged up. And now they might be a little bit shorthanded today against the Dodgers and just Ohtani pitching. Oh, yes, Ohtani could go out there and he might be tired, apparently. He had some cramps for sure. They're running the bases as many times as he did. He had an awkward step there running into second base. It almost looked like an injury. And you wonder if it wasn't maybe part injury, part cramps or whatever. Still, Dave Roberts says he will be ready to pitch today. There was some question that, maybe the Dodgers could push him back an inning now, or a day now, and the way things settled out. All right, Jerry's got Ohtani and the Dodgers at 10-1. Going to win a big prize there on that. And Cash Kane says he likes Guerrero for a home run tonight, maybe even two. He might have a big night. He was special as well. Cash Kane, good morning. He's ready to go. There's Nuke. Like this video. Subscribe to our channel, Sports Money, here on YouTube. Jerry told everybody the Dodgers were going to win the World Series. They were only a 225 favorite. And let's see here. Bobby Mack is here. Sir Mackey's ready to go today. Dodgers got that bullpen, says Jerry. Oh, man, I hope so, because like I said, I think both bullpens could be in trouble today, right? I mean, both bullpens have not been good, and now you're going to go out there. Everyone had to pitch yesterday, and some of them are going to have to come and pitch today. But you do have Shane Bieber and Shohei Ohtani that certainly can go out there and, I think, deal for a little while there anyway, right? And have a pretty good outing. Maybe the bats will be slow to go. I mean, that was a long game for everybody. All right, I think we got it down from you guys. Sir Mackey talking a little of the NFL game last night. We started watching that. We were watching that. It wasn't a great game. Commanders were in a little bit early, but the Chiefs were so dominant, especially defensively. Elliot, nice to see you, Elliot. Good morning. And even Robert fell asleep. Good morning to Jordy. What a game. What a night for Freddie. He just continues to come through in that, when you look at him in that white uniform, it's almost like Robert Redford, right, in the starring role. I mean, he looks like part Hollywood actor. He looks like if you wanted to make a Hollywood actor to look like a superstar baseball player, you'd just invent Freddie Freeman. Sir Mackey played in Canada in the KBO last night. How about the relay from Teoscar to my man Tommy Edman? Tommy Edman made that error. He looked after that. He was one of the best players on the field. Tommy Edman was incredible as well last night. Reddy Samedi loved the game. And Will, it was a little bit too rough for Will though. NBA kind of did him in, and now we got to get to today's NBA. There'll be 5 games today. Guess what? There's 16 games in the National Hockey League, and today they have something called the Frozen Frenzy, where each game will start 15 to 20 minutes after another. You'll have the game start at 3:07, the next one at 3:22, the next one at 3:37. The next one at 3:52, the next one at 4:07. They just keep bringing you hockey games until there's no teams left. Abel says he's got the Dodgers back-to-back and didn't give nobody no kind of smack. Portland Bulls in Utah, said Greg. All right, man, I'm going to get ready to talk some sports and sports betting with you here for the next I don't know how long. It took a long time to get all these games together. Feel bad for everybody in Jamaica, man. There's a big hurricane coming, and the winds are going up to 180 miles an hour right now, just about 3 hours from landfall. It's going to be a disaster down there, and you know, it's going to be bad. All right, I think that might be at least it for now for at least a recap there a little bit. How about Monday Night Football? I guess so we could talk about that. We already talked about, everything that could happen. I don't know what else we could talk about in the World Series. Chiefs beat the Commanders 28-7 behind Mahomes, 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. He threw interceptions on the first 2 drives. He'd never done that before. But the next 5 drives, they scored 4 touchdowns. The Chiefs have won and covered 4 of their last 5 games, and I think they might be the World Series favorite too. They're the Super Bowl favorite right now. It feels like over other teams, including the Philadelphia Eagles. The Chiefs are on fire and looking like they've got all their pieces there, and offense is looking good. Defense was dominant. Yeah, Washington's playing with his backup quarterback. They've lost 4 of their last 5. Jaden Daniels sure was having a lot of fun for a guy not playing, but he's a cheerleader. Commanders didn't score in the second half, and the Commanders are 2-6 against the spread as a road underdog under Dan Quinn. Man, the AFC teams, though, did dominate over the weekend. They went 8-1 straight up against NFC teams, which seems like, man, that's really dominant. But, actually, the NFC teams lead this season still 26-18. So Carson Wentz also, he's out for the year, so hopefully they'll get JJ back soon. And Carson Wentz might want to sue the Vikings. I mean, every time he came off the field the other night, he had to go to the bench and cry in pain. Oh, man, what a night. We're going to have to come back and do it all again here at the World Series. Wow. All right, we're going to get ready, get into the previews here, I guess. But first, you can get more picks from me here at winnable.com/Ramon. I went 2-1 in overnight tennis. Man, I thought we were going to win them all, but FAA came back to win. We had Kamasana there, I believe, over FAA. Or no, what was it? Yeah, Kamasana over FAA plus 4.5 games, and he ended up losing by 5 games, I think, there in the end. After winning the first set, so use the promo code STEAM to save 20% off those premium pick packages. You get more plays from me every day. I try to come on here, give you some great picks, hopefully here on the show, but you can get updates from me just moments before game time, usually 30 to 60 minutes, the same moments, 30 to 60 minutes for game time. Try to send out another great package of plays, more timely information, more competent information right as the game time approaches, and kind of reaffirm the best plays on the card. You can get them from me. At the end of this show, I'm going to give away a subscription for 30 days to someone in the chat. So you could win it that way and then check it out. I want you to check it out, see what it's all about here with me on the Sports Money Network and my plays over at Winnable. We're all on board with Winnable. It's a great platform to distribute extra content, sports betting information. So join me over at winnable.com. All right, we better get started here. No NFL game to worry about, but there are 2 college games to talk about as well here tonight. We've got baseball, NBA, college football, and then the 16-game NHL card. That's going to be hard. But maybe we can score here. We had some winners yesterday here on the show. In the NHL, we had Pittsburgh over St. Louis. Also had winners in the NBA here on the morning steam yesterday, including the Chicago Bulls over Atlanta. We had also Toronto and San Antonio game to go over. Also, we had Oklahoma City over Dallas yesterday here on the morning steam show as our pick. And late night, we had Portland over the Lakers. Who didn't? Anyways, here on the show yesterday, we did have the over with Toronto and the Dodgers, and it did go over. So we had the winning total there in the game. All right. A lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Man, that was amazing. Okay, R. Thompson's here. Good morning. KC's going to beat Buffalo. And Greg says, we still up? We still up? We had to stay up for that game last night. Half the crew had to check out. That's, no problem. A record-setting game there. So, hey, not everybody can make it. I was slurring my words by the end of the night. I'll promise you that. I'm still slurring them. All right, gang. Greg Gibson was on those Hefes. Okay, man, let's just preview we just previewed the World Series pretty much, but we can open the show and talk about it, and kind of clean it up and see how it relates right to today's game, tonight's game, because obviously it's a big factor when you've used every pitcher in the bullpen for sure, every relief pitcher, right? They were ready to bring in Yamamoto on basically 1 day's rest, who just pitched a complete game. He was set to start the next inning should the Dodgers not have won it there. And the Blue Jays may have also been ready to go to today's starter, Shane Bieber. It is amazing when you think about it. Yeah, you need to get your full training in or whatever, and you got to have plenty of rest. You can't just throw every day. It's not how it works, but in the World Series, you'd think you could sometime, like if you had to go to Shane Bieber for an inning or two, that he could come back and start the next day at least. I mean, I know there's a lot to warming up. These arms are delicate. Okay. Anyways, what do you think tonight? Here's got the Dodgers a big favorite again. I have $1.90 listed there on the screen, but maybe I'm seeing some a little bit higher even right now. North of $2 here at some books at this point. So how well do you think it will affect these two, right? And they've got to go pretty deep. You got two very good starting pitchers. There's no doubt about it. In fact, I mean, Shohei Ohtani, I'm sure he's going to go out there and throw a no-hitter the way he's going. But realistically, could he go 6 or more? He's not exactly the most durable starter, as good as he is and as effective as he is in his games, maybe because of his overall fatigue level playing every day. Or maybe you kind of handle him a little differently in the regular season too. It feels like he could go out there and throw 6, 7, who knows how long. We just saw Yamamoto pitch a complete game, and Ohtani's superhuman. Shane Bieber, he's been very good so far this postseason. This postseason and this season. But the one thing about Shane Bieber this year we have to, kind of consider is that he really hasn't pitched that many games. 10 starts this season. Remember, he was coming back from injury. So, look, he's worked up his stamina pretty good here, and he's certainly going to be ready to go. He's a high-quality pitcher. But he had a 3.76 ERA, 1.13 whip, 248 batting average against, and a 284 BABIP this season. He went 5-2. Ohtani only had 16 starts this season. He went just 3-1. Quite often, actually, Ohtani early on wouldn't even finish the 5th inning. Remember, he had to be brought along slowly too off of an arm injury. But yeah, he's Ohtani. He's got some special genes in there or something that makes him indestructible. Or could he go in there and injure himself? Anyways, 16 starts, 2.75 ERA, 0.98 whip, 209 batting average against, a 311 BABIP. Need both these guys to go as deep as they can. These bullpens are not really that good, despite some comments there in the chat. The Dodgers have bullpen ERA. The bullpen ERA's got a little bit better last night. I can admit that after spending all those innings last night, scoreless innings basically, right, from both teams. The Dodgers still have a bullpen ERA of 6.16 this postseason. the Blue Jays have a bullpen ERA of 5.43. Eventually, they're going to have to get in the bullpen. And remember, at least they did come in with a day off yesterday a little bit there, right? As far as the game 2, no bullpen, day off, and then everybody pitched. Now you have no days rest, and you're going to have guys pitching. Now, I was on a show last night, and I said I like the first 5 innings under. I probably like the game to go over here. I don't know if I feel like I never really like to give out publicly anyway, those non-correlated type of moves. But I think the starters could be very, very strong, and then it could blow up for the bullpens actually here tonight. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and take the Dodgers on the run line. I think that Shohei Ohtani is a huge difference maker on the mound in this game, and of course, anything else that he does as well. And I think tonight that will be the difference. Shohei Ohtani, I mean, pretty easy to be a dumb guy on here like I am and just say Shohei Ohtani 10 times. But, oh, man, it does feel like look, want to root for an injury. Maybe he is slowed by those cramps. He made an awkward play, right? There was a play where he was actually out at second. We got tagged in the package there a little bit as he tried to do a little shimmy and be safe, but he was out. He got tagged out. And then later on, he was seen limping into second base and needed the trainer to come out a little bit. Let's get your plays in the chat here. Officially, I'm going to go with the Dodgers on the run line tonight. I had Toronto last night on the run line. But I think tonight, I maybe even would have considered Toronto if it was a 9-inning game and they, even if they might have lost by 1. But I think everything from the fatigue factor, the injuries, don't forget key injuries here to Toronto. Springer left with, when you leave with a back injury like that, I don't think we officially know anything about his status tonight, but you'd have to think that that's the type of thing when you see that. I don't know. I mean, why if you couldn't bat, what makes you think you're going to be able to come back and bat 18 hours later? And of course, also now they aren't listing Bo Bichette on the injured list, but there are certainly concerns with his status entering this game.
Final.
All right. More comments from you as we're previewing the day tonight. Here we go. I'm looking here for some plays from you guys in the World Series. 2 full baseball, right? It was an old-fashioned doubleheader practically, Terrell. And this is Junior's big night. He hasn't had one yet, but he's been great. Dodgers, Sandy Koufax was going to go warm up there. He might have been needed to toss a couple of innings. All right. Yeah, it does sound like he's not coming back, huh? And will we see, these pitchers mow down a little bit because of that? I mean, how can you not be? You got on base 9 times, never been done, or tied the major league record, reaching base 9 times in one game. Can't believe that somebody else has done that. They actually said it. I think they said, and then they said also, he set the World Series record with 8 times reach base, and they said saw a tweet. They said, they asked Kenny Lofton. They said, I guess he was doing a show or a live stream. Hey, Kenny Lofton, he just set the record with 8 consecutive times reaching base in one game. And they said, do you know whose record he set? And Kenny Lofton said, Barry Bonds. And they said, no, it's you, dummy. Kenny Lofton got on base 7 times. Probably was it during that Marlins Marlins Indians World Series? Dodgers money line, Dodgers team total, Dodgers in 5. Kripke says Blue Jays, it worked yesterday. Take them on the run line today. Gary Ferentz, good morning. Nuke's got to try those Jays. Nothing wrong with what they did yesterday. I was hoping Nuke, he wants them to win, so we're not going to. But could have salvaged it with a little bit of run line too there. But Nuke's all in on Toronto. Markel says this is going to be a Game 7 World Series. We're going to go all the way here in this one. Blue Jays are going to need to get one soon. They could leave here without going back home. So better get one of these two, right? Greg says Bulls money line. Jerry says, what are the Dodgers? 600-1? What does that mean? And maybe it meant Blue Jays, right? Markel, it has to be Guerrero tonight. Not how you start, it's how you finish. Greg says it will be the Dodgers tonight. Bobby's on the Dodgers' first 5. Likes Ohtani to mow him down there a little bit. A lot of pressure on Bieber in this game for sure, right? Good morning to Justin. He likes Vladdy over on his total bases here tonight. Dodgers run line for Elliott. And look, it's funny, right? Ohtani, you got to over 2.5 at minus, but doesn't matter. Jeez. How about Ohtani with 8 strikeouts? How about a Betts homer tonight? Betts felt like he was measuring him a little bit, but man, when you got Freddie up there in that last, and even the Blue Jays fans, if you joined us here last night, you saw Spenny. It was heartbreaking to watch Spenny and the Blue Jays go down and ride the emotions of Spenny. Remember, it's not the USA versus Canada here. It's LA versus the world. So everybody's rooting for the Blue Jays. And I was rooting for Spenny in a way. I mean, I'm no Dodgers fan, but I have some Dodgers tickets. But it's only to clean up the mess that I made with all the other losing tickets that I made. So I'm going to be on the Dodgers. I was on the Blue Jays last night. Consider it a hedge if you want as far as the run line is concerned. Greg says 4-2 Dodgers World Series. So, look, that gives Toronto another game there, a little breathing room if they can just get one. And say, get one, you can at least get back home. Okay. Is that it for baseball with you guys? Sir Mackey hedging a future? Yeah, no, Sir Mackey was not it was only a play on the remember, I'm already a top heavy in others' futures. All right. Thank you, gang. I hope you're ready. We're going to go over some other games right now, including NBA basketball here. But enjoy the World Series tonight. All right. We're going to go to the NBA next with a 5-game card. Then we'll go to college football. But 5 games on the NBA card. And let's start it off. '76ers are taking on the Wizards here tonight. And man, the 76ers are one of the best teams in the league so far, no doubt. They don't need a healthy or a full Joel Embiid. He's basically just a role player, it feels like at this point. The Sixers are hot. They're 3-0, 1-2 against the spread. They've gone over in all 3 games so far this season. The Wizards, they're 1-2 against the spread. They've gone over in 2 of their 3 games, allowing 126 points this season. 76ers averaging 126 points this season and looking darn good. Here are the Sixers so far, with or without Embiid. Embiid, does have injury status pretty much every game here coming in. He hasn't really been that effective so far with his numbers. Just averaging, I think, 12 points and 4 rebounds per game. Paul George also questionable. Doesn't matter. We don't need those guys. We've got all these other guys on Philadelphia looking pretty good right now. And, they should be much better than the Wizards the way things are going. My computer over here is telling me to take the Wizards, but I'm scared to. Maybe I got to trust it enough here, maybe. But we can see what you guys have maybe in this one between Philadelphia and Washington here today, and why not? We've got to have your plays on it for sure. And I'll go to the chat and see what you guys have when the Sixers take on the Wizards here tonight. I mean, we got, obviously a division game here, but line currently at 4.5 and 237. Philadelphia's won 7 of the last 8 meetings between these two teams. 8 of the last 11 meetings between the two teams have gone over. Philadelphia, dating back to last season right now, they're not looking that great, just 5-12 ATS and 4-14 straight up in their last 18 games on the court. But Washington did not finish strong either here, and they are 6-3 ATS in their last 19, dating back to last season, and just 4-15 straight up in their last 19. But it does feel like a huge class difference here right now with Philadelphia and with Washington. Philly's looking good. They got the win and cover. They got the win and cover there last night against Orlando to keep it going. So, yeah, a little bit of a back-to-back here for sure. But, man, Philly's just got a real good team, and I'm going to take them. Despite the computer saying, that this is the algorithm over here says it's the Wizards spot, but I'm not trusting them. I just think the Sixers might be that good, especially against a division team, that they, I think, obviously can beat. All right. Greg says, too many hitters, better pitchers, Dodgers to win. Toronto team total over, extra at bats, short rest. I do think this with Terrell here. I think that maybe because of the potential that the bullpens could get rocked, I think that could increase the volatility. Might be the best thing that happened for the Blue Jays is, obviously not to lose. It would be better to win there, obviously, but maybe the chaos of the bullpens could help them a little bit because we could have more volatility now in the game because of the pitchers just might be bad, and it could end up, like I said, this game could be 1-1 after 5 innings and still end up as a 8-7 game. That's what it feels like tonight. Sixers are hot, says Greg Gibson. Trap game, take the Wizards, says Cash Kane, and the under 9 legacy on the Wizards. Justin likes this over here. And Sir Mackey said, you know what? Put Embiid on the Knicks. Is that like a bad penalty? Well, I don't know. Knicks are playing well. Or maybe Sir Mackey said maybe he could, maybe if he was on a different team, he could. Well, you know what? I think he's pretty good on Philly right now. This might actually be a great role for him if he just stay a little bit healthy and the rest of the team and continues to look strong. Wizards for Bobby Mack. He's got the same computer I do. I just made an editorial decision here kind of at the last minute. Sixers tend to play poorly against bad teams. I agree with that, but this is, it's not the Embiid-led Sixers, I feel like, right? Over for Jermaine. Jordy's on the money line. Terrell says Washington over in this one on their team total. And maybe the line's moving towards the Wizards. I don't know if it is. I show Philly opened as low as 2.5, and they're up to 4.5 here. But although some books came late at 5. Greg says I think he likes the Wizards a little bit. Oh, he says Washington will win, no problem. He's got Washington to win. That's not just a little bit. That's a lot. Kripke says it's 50-50. Sir Mackey says it's too easy. NBA, too easy. And take the points from 2 bad teams play, say Greg. Next up, it's the Hornets of the Heat, or as I like to call them, the Hornets. Is that how you say it in Spanish? Hornets in the Heat here. You got the Heat favored. They're up to a 6-point favorite now. Now, they definitely open as low as 4.5, and I'm seeing even a 6.5 here right now at DraftKings, although it's juiced to the Hornets. Total 242 here in this one with Charlotte taking on Miami here tonight. Miami's looked pretty good so far. I'm kind of on Miami this season right now. I think people may have been a little premature to bury this team. I think they're going to get it together here. But you have 2 teams here that are 3-0 against the spread so far. Both are 2-1 straight up. and they're a combined 5-1 to the over. Hornets are averaging 132 points per game. The Heat are averaging 127 points per game so far. I'm getting a lot of points here. This total has already shot up from 238 to 242. That could be a deal breaker for some people here, but probably still going to be a pretty high scoring game. I think it has a better chance of going over than it does under, but with the total going up, anything can happen, obviously. But 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone under. Charlotte's just 2-4 against the spread their last 6 against Miami, but Charlotte's had some trouble winning games late last season here, but so far so good with a nice little start here at 2-1. They're getting 6 points, and while the Heat, I do like this team. We know the Charlotte Hornets should continue to look improved, I guess, here, and I don't know if I trust the Heat necessarily to blow them out. Maybe I just prefer them to win, but that number is getting a little bit high here. So you got LaMelo is looking real sharp here, and he's got a great matchup here, it feels like, tonight when you're going up against Davion Mitchell. And it's a tough matchup for Normie Powell and even for Adebayo here. And Khalil Ware, he got a good matchup here. He's looked good so far. I'm not putting up big numbers, but let's see what you have in this one with Charlotte taking on Miami here tonight. Go to the chat. And Jermaine says, you got to go over here with 2 of the fastest paced teams. Boy, these totals are high, aren't they? We're playing the ABA tonight. Normie over for Justin here. Miami over for Jordan. Roberts on the Hornets tonight. Yeah, man, it feels like it's getting a little bit high there. Computer over here is telling me to take the Heat. Am I going to tell the computer to F off again over here? Still kind of like the Heat here, but they have some issues here to start the season. They're not perfectly healthy, right? Tyler Hero's still out. Well, I guess Terry Rozier's out. But Morkey Brandon Miller is out for Charlotte here. But Charlotte's got an okay team. I don't think Miami necessarily ready to put these guys away. Ball and Sexton are hot. Give them the Hornets. Kripke's on the Hornets with me. I'll take the Hornets here, +6. All right. Terrell says, look at what the Chiefs are winning with substance and playing playoff style football. Kings and Thunder here with the Thunder favored by 10 over the Kings, 10.5. Do I hear 11? 10.5 mostly. There's some 10s out there, actually. 227.5 here for Sacramento. The Dog on the road. They're 1-2, 0-3 against the spread. Thunder's 4-0, but 1-3 against the spread. They keep laying too many numbers right now, and can they cover 10 more here against the Kings? They're making the games interesting. We know that. Averaging 121 points a game, allowing 113. Kings are averaging 113, allowing 117 so far this season. Kings have gone 0-5 straight up and against the spread their last 5 games against Oklahoma City. And this number at 229 here. Kings have gone over in 2 of their last 3. Thunder 2-2 on the over-under this season. Let's see what, if anything, you guys have here tonight between Sacramento and OKC. I'm ready to hear from you in the chat. Thunder, obviously, double-digit favorite here. I'm going over in this one. I'm going over in all 3 so far. Oh, no. Oh, well. Anyway, I'm going over here with the Kings and the Thunder. Let's hear from you in the chat. Miami will win. Terry balled out. Everybody. Thunder on the back-to-back. Greg likes this one. He likes the Kings here a little bit, plus those points. And that might be it on that one. Thanks, you guys. Kings good cover here, but do you really trust them right now? Sacramento Kings on the spread. SGS over on the point says 9 legacy. All right, I guess I'll do it for that one. I'll keep moving on here. I think we got the big TV Peacock doubleheader here with the Knicks and the Bucks. Remember, when you watch your Peacock tonight, you're going to get your main game on the East Coast. You'll have to watch the West Coast game late on Peacock, watch the East Coast game in prime time, and vice versa on the West Coast. You'll watch the East Coast game on Peacock and the West Coast game on NBC prime time. It's not a doubleheader this week, but that's how they'll run it here with the Peacock doubleheader, Knicks and Bucks. Knicks come in here 2-1. The Bucks are 2-1. Bucks are 3-0 ATS. Knicks 2-1 against the spread. Bucks are 2-1 to the over. Knicks are 1-2 to the under. Knicks are allowing just 107 points per game so far this season. Bucks are averaging 122 games so far. Knicks have actually won and covered 5 straight meetings against the Bucks coming into this one. Interestingly enough, 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone over here in Milwaukee, and 4 of the last 5 meetings overall have gone over. What do you think of that? 5 straight meetings, huh? Let's hear from you in the chat, see if that affects the selection here. Let's see a few 2s out there for the Knicks. Karl Anthony Towns, he is on the injured list again, but it should be noted. I mean, he was kind of on the list of the other games too, and he played them all. He's averaging 20 points and 14 rebounds, 7.5 assists per game. Miles McBride, he is questionable for tonight's game. Kevin Porter Jr. questionable for the Bucks. Mitch Robb is still out, not quite ready to begin the season. But stop being hard on him. He's obviously a little bit banged up. Let's see what you guys have here with this one with the Knicks and the Bucks here tonight in Milwaukee at home as a small dog. Have played pretty well so far this season, right? The Knicks do kind of have their number. So let's see what you guys have here in this one, if anything. All right, here we go. Go to the chat. Brunson over here for Justin. And Jermaine here. Oh, let's see. Bounce back game for the Knicks. They partied in Miami. Buck stop here. He likes the Knicks, says Greg, to win. Knicks on the spread, but Giannis over on the point, says 9 legacy. Fear the deer, take the Bucks on the money line here tonight. Nick Soderman play better on the road. And Crip Keys on the Bucks here. I'm going to take the Bucks as well. At home, give me the Bucks in this one. Looks like the Bucks, I kind of was doubting them at first, but I'm going to put my stock in them here a little bit in this one. And we'll see how sustainable is a successful Bucks season. I mean, we know they'll be pretty decent, but will they look this good all year? Bucks here are Thompson on the Bucks over for Tariq. And finally, we have the Clippers and the Warriors here in the final game of the evening, late night. 11:10 Eastern, 8:10 Pacific, with the Clippers on the road, laying 2 here. I think they're the favorite now, right? The Warriors may have actually opened the favorite here, but the Clippers have become the favorite. Maybe not because of any injury factor here, but maybe just some general momentum in this one. I don't know. For the Clippers here, they have covered the spread in 6 straight games against the Warriors. Pretty good. They kind of own them a little bit, huh? 4 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone over when they've played at San Francisco. I'm going to go under here in this one with the Clippers and the Warriors tonight at 223. I'm sorry, 226. Oh, 226? Oh, I'm going under. I'm going under with the Clippers and the Warriors here tonight. That's going to do it for the basketball portion. We're going to go to 2 college football games here real quick. Clippers 4-9 Legacy. Chicago may have partied there. Sir Mackey said they've been looking good, right? And I think Greg likes the Clippers to get it done here, but more so likes the over, I think. And under in Clippers for Tariq. All right, couple games in college football tonight. We're going to take a look at here right now. And we'll start it off here with UTEP taking on Kennesaw State. Kennesaw State's been one of the most improved teams in the country this season, so much so we're just going to favor them by 10 points here right now against UTEP, 2-5. Kennesaw's 5-2. UTEP is 2-5. So Kennesaw is playing well and looks like the better team here for sure. But still, Kennesaw 5-2 ATS, allowing 21 points per game. UTEP's averaging 21 points per game. Still a 10-point spread. UTEP's 2-5 at 3-4 against the spread overall, allowing 24 points per game. But Kennesaw's only averaging 25.3 points per game. For Kennesaw here, they've gone 4-1 ATS in their last 5, 6-1 ATS dating back to last season. UTEP, meanwhile, has been pretty rough for them on the road. They've gone 2-9 straight up in their last 11 on the road over the last couple of seasons here. Kennesaw's gone under in 4 of their last 5. I'm going to go under here in this one with UTEP and Kennesaw State. Give me the under 51. A couple plays from the chat on this one, I think. Good morning to Joe W. Nice to see you this morning, Joe. And Kennesaw State on the spread. JMU on the spread. 9 Legacies locked in. The other game here is JMU at Texas State. In this one, both these games are now starting at 8 o'clock. Kennesaw got moved up an hour, so they both are starting right at the same time as the World Series. James Madison is a 6.5-point favorite here, and the total 55.5 in this one. James Madison is looking pretty strong here right now, and they are 6-1, 5-2 against the spread. Texas State is just 3-4, 2-5 against the spread so far. Also, Madison is 2-5 to the under so far this season at 6.5. I'm pretty interested in the road favorite here tonight. James Madison is 6-2 ATS in their last 8 games, dating back a little bit to last year, while Texas State has failed to cover now in 5 straight. Texas State has gone over in 8 of their last 12 dating back to last season, but James Madison's gone under in 5 of their last 6, and they've all gone under in 6 of their last 7 games on the road. I like James Madison here to win and cover on the road against Texas State here tonight. And we've got Greg says, he's got Kennesaw to rock. Justin likes Texas State here plus the points. Terrell says he likes UTEP, strength of schedule here. And Kripke says Kennesaw's a lot better than they usually are. All right. And Robert likes the under in the late game. Okay. Thanks, you guys, for that. And we'll keep it moving here, I think. And let's see. Oh, here we got one more. Greg says he's got, let me get it here. James Madison to win there. He's got an over, though, for sure. And Robert likes James Madison. Okay, so 2 games tonight there. Now we got to go to this hockey. 16 games. Are you ready, Ski Daddy? This is a lightning round. Action Jackson says the Dodgers will smash with Ohtani. He'll hit a home run and have 7 Ks, and he'll might win the MVP. Man, I mean, he should win it. Even if they were to lose, he could win it. Lose the World Series. Anyways, okay, let's go to this hockey schedule. Crazy to think about. 16 games. So we got picks. We've got plays every game, but big card here. Remember, every game starts every 15 or 20 minutes. So at the end of it's cool they start, right? But more so when you get to the end of the game, you got these staggered finishes. You can just go from finish to finish to finish as long as there's some good finishes. And maybe see some exciting hockey every couple of seconds. But let's get it going here with the first game on the board. It's going to be the Penguins taking on the Flyers here in a little Philadelphia rivalry matchup. Many of them are semi-rivalry, or we got some good games too in this big group of 16 games. This one starts at 6:07 Eastern, 3:07 Pacific. The Penguins come in here 7-2-1. The Flyers are 4-3-1. Penguins are 8-2 on the puck line. They're looking strong, averaging 3.8 goals per game. This Pittsburgh team been a great situation here so far. Really looking good. Pleasant surprise here for the Penguins. Meanwhile, the Flyers, hey, not bad. I mean, they're hanging in there at home right now. But, hey, what's up with this number? Aren't they paying attention here to what the Penguins have been doing? They're up to $1. Well, maybe it's a little less than that. I think we can call it $1.55 or so. And the total here, 6 over at -115. There we go. And in goal here for Pittsburgh, I think you got Arturs Silovs here going for the Penguins. Comes in here, Silovs with 3-1 record, 2.56 goals against, 91.5% save percentage for Sammy Urson here. Urson is confirmed, by the way, not Vladar. So, let's put the starter in there. That's important. So far, Urson 1-1-1, 3.49 goals against, 86% save percentage so far this season. So I'm going to take the Penguins here as a dog on the road against the Flyers tonight. Give me the Pens. Keep this going right now. Man, have they been exciting. Terrell might like the team total over there for UTEP. Here's Greg. He likes Pittsburgh to win this one, 4-3. That's an over. Says they're playing well. They should win. And like I said, though, the Flyers have their starter in there in Urson, confirmed just a few minutes ago. I think you can look a little bit with the head-to-heads here. Like I said, Pittsburgh's won 11 of the last 16 meetings between the two teams overall. 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two have gone over. And nothing from the rest of the chat, so we'll keep moving. Flames are taking on the Maple Leafs here. Dustin Wolf is up here taking on Stolars for the Leafs. The Flames come in here 2-7-1. Did finally pick up another win. They're 4-6 on the puck line, 7-3 to the over. In fact, these two teams are combined 14-5 to the over this season. Maple Leafs come in 4-1, just 2-7 on the puck line so far this season. They're giving up 3.7 goals per game. The Flames are giving up 3.5 goals per game. Calgary comes in here having lost 6 straight to Toronto, and they have been struggling, obviously, here. Toronto's also won 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams in Toronto. Wolf is 2-6-1 with a 3.37 goals against, 88.5% save percentage for Stolars. He's 2-4-1, 3.31 goals against, and 885 save percentage. So the stats are pretty close here for these two goalies. It's just that Flames haven't looked that great at that price. Though, let's see what that puck line is. I might be willing to. Let me take a look here. And get ready for your plays in the chat if you'd like as well. All right. Yeah, it's a pretty steep number here for sure. I'm going to take the Leafs here in this one at minus 1.5 plus $1.45. I'll take the Leafs on the puck line. And we've got Flyers are tricky. Need to win tonight. After Terrell says no food's coming. Toronto here, a puck line win right there, says Greg. And over for our Toms. And can Toronto, but hey, at least this game is at 6:22 Eastern. So you know what? This one's going to be getting over with here a little bit into the couple innings into the baseball game. A big night of sports in Toronto for sure. Flyers on the money line there, back there for 9 Legacy. We'll keep it going here right now. We're doing 16 games hopefully in 15 minutes. Golden Knights and the Hurricanes here. Golden Knights on the road. Underdog against it. Well, this is a great game, that's all. But the Knights come in here 5-3-1. The Canes are 6-2 so far this season. So big game, good game for sure here. Vegas hasn't always done well here. In fact, they're just 1-4 in their last 5 games here. 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams here in Carolina have gone over. But 5 of the last 7 meetings overall between the two have gone under. What do you think of that? Let's see what you have here in this one. Akira Schmid and Freddie Anderson, it looks like here. Schmid, 4-1, 2.67 goals against, 89.5% save percentage. Anderson has nearly identical numbers, 4-1 record, 2.72 goals against, and a 90.5 save percentage so far. This total is at 6.5 under 25. Is that right? Here with these two? Okay, I kind of think it'd be, you could grade me here, I think, on the 6.5. I kind of want this one to go over here tonight, and that's what I'm going to do. Give me the over with Vegas and Carolina at 6.5, a little bit plus money. You can take it down to 6 over if you want, 6 over 25, I think. Looks like the number here, but I'm going to take the over here in this one with Vegas and Carolina. Robert's on the Canes. Greg says Hurricanes easy. And SF Niner says any tennis? Hey, SF Niner. Yeah, I did, send out a 3-pack of plays tonight, overnight on my premium winnable. I went 2-1. And, hey, we still got some good action, especially on the men's side here. Matches still to come here in just a few moments, including ADF taking on Royer. I think that's it for the Masters action today, and then there's plenty of action on the women's side. But, hey, I'm going to let those tournaments shake out. There's a lot of matches and a lot of players gaining important points and experience on the women's side here, kind of backing off with the action. Obviously, the ATP action is hot here this week. We got 16 hockey games we're going over here with Columbus taking on Buffalo tonight. You've got Buffalo here, $1.20, and the total 6.5 under at minus 115. Buffalo, 4-1 coming in. Blue Jackets are 4-4 coming in this one. These two teams are combined 5-12 to the under so far this season. Columbus comes in here against Buffalo, 4 of the last 5 meetings between the two teams have gone under, but 5 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams at Buffalo have actually gone over. So this one might be a little bit dicey here. It's nearly a pick'em right now. Jet Greaves in goal here up against Lyon in this one. For Greaves, he comes in here 1-3, 2.78 goals against, and a 90% save percentage. A note here just right now coming in, Quinn Hughes is questionable tonight against the Rangers. Vancouver defenseman Hughes, questionable. Alex Lyon, 3-4 record, 2.61 goals against, and a 92% save percentage coming in. And for me here in this one, I'm taking the Blue Jackets on the road. Give me Columbus here on the Morning Steam Show at a even money play in this one. Robert took Columbus here as well. Robert D says Carolina back there against Vegas. Robert likes over in this late game, in this Buffalo game. Greg says take Buffalo to win it. And SF Diner says he's going to lay it all on the line with Kennesaw. Ducks and Panthers. The Panthers here, $1.75 or so. It says $1.85 there. Let me see what we got. I've got the Panthers here, $1.80 or so, 6 over, maybe 6.5 under. But if it is under, I'm going to change to 6 over here. 6 over 25, I think, might be better. Might be more accurate. And maybe the Panthers are down to $1.80 or so in this one. But look, it seems like the Panthers are the better side, at least in this game. Ducks have been fine, 4-3-1. In fact, they got a better record than the Panthers right now, technically. They are just 3-5 on the puck line and 5-3 to the over. They're allowing 3.6 goals per game. Panthers, 5-5. They're just 2-8 on the puck line so far. Man, that seems a little bit dicey, but I don't know about the Ducks here on the road. Let me hear what you guys have in this one with the Ducks here taking on the Panthers. It's always been a problem for the Ducks. They're 1-9 their last 10 against Florida. And also, Florida's gone 4-1 at home against the Ducks in the last 5 meetings between the two here. They only meet once a year here, but and let's see what you guys have in this one between Anaheim and Florida tonight. I know what I'm doing. I got the over here. You can grade me at that 6.5 if you want. I think it's over. I think they get to 7 goals here with Anaheim and Florida tonight. I definitely prefer the over in this one. Panthers have to win this game. No doubt. Panthers here, 11th game of the season. Got to win this one. And SF Niner watching Medvedev. I got Shapovalov and Fonseca over here. Got Medvedev over there. Got them all going on here. Tennis action. Robert likes the over as well. Thank you, Robert. I got to keep it moving here with all these games, don't I? With the Islanders here taking on the Red Sox. It was getting pretty late there last night. I was on a show. I could barely keep my eyes open after that baseball game. Islanders favored here on the road in this one, $1.30-ish right now it looks like. $1.35. Oh man, it is $1.45 here with the Islanders right now. Total 6.5 under at -115. Islanders come in here 4-3, 7-1 to the over so far for the Islanders, scoring 3.8 goals a game. The Bruins are allowing 3.8 goals per game. They're 6-5 to the over, however, average just 3.1 goals per game. Bruins are 4-7 overall coming into this one, but look, familiar opponents here. Islanders have lost 7 of their last 10 actually against Boston coming in, but Boston has struggled, and the Islanders are actually pretty hot. Islanders have won 4 of their last 5. Boston's lost 7 of 8. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone over, including 8 of the last 9 meetings when playing here in Boston. You figure the Islanders are going over in all these games. Why wouldn't I go over here at 6.5 under? But there are plenty of 6 over 20s out there, but I think it goes over here tonight. If you want to look at 6.5 under at little 105 on the over here, I'm taking the over with the Islanders and the Bruins tonight. This is an Islanders. Greg says take the Yankees, not the Red Sox. In that Islanders here for Action Jackson. Islanders for Bobby Mack. He's on the over as well. Greg says it's 4-3 Islanders here tonight. I got to agree with that. Lightning on the road here at the Predators. In this one, you've got the Lightning here coming in 3-4-2, just 2-7 so far on the puck line. Predators 4-4-2. They're 3-7 to the under so far. Predators averaging just 2.6 goals a game. The Lightning averaging just 2.7 goals per game coming in. But Tampa Bay has dominated the series. They've won 7 of the last 8 meetings between the two teams overall, although Tampa Bay not off to a great start here necessarily. Predators have one more win than they do here right now. So, Predators at home, can they manage here? And looks like a pretty good price. So, it's early in the season. The Predators have been just fine. You look at the goaltending matchup. And Jusue Soros here in this one tonight, 4-2-2, 2.68 goals against, 91% save percentage for Vasilevsky, 1-3-2 with 3.0 goals against, 89% save percentage. I'm going to take Nashville here in this one with the plus money. Give me the Predators here. Robert's on the Preds. He's also on the under. And Vasilevsky's gone to hell, says Action Jackson. Greg says it'll be 3-2 Tampa in this one. Hope we're not going too quickly here, but with all these games, Jets and the Wild here with the Jets on the road. Closely rated game, no doubt. Jets come in here 6-3. However, the Wild are 3-5-2 so far this season. Jets are allowing just 2.4 goals per game. The Wild are allowing 3.9 goals per game. That's a whole goal and a half difference as far as goals allowed is concerned. Jets come in here having won 8 straight meetings over Minnesota. Minnesota, obviously struggling here, having lost technically 6 of their last 7. Did earn points, though, in there a little bit, but still not winning the games necessarily. Connor Hellebuck comes in here with a 4-3 record, 2.15 goals against, 92.8 save percentage for Gus. Comes in here 2-5, 3.33 goals against, and an 89.7 save percentage coming into this one. So, look, I think we've got a good, decent goaltending matchup. Yeah, Gus has that 3.33 going so far. Not great, but see what you guys have here in this one. I want to go under in this one with the Jets and the Wild. Give me the under. I have 5.5 over 25 listed up there, but there are certainly 6 unders out there, 6 under 20s for sure. I'm even showing a 6 under 16. You can always grade me at the toughest line, but I'm going under here with the Jets and the Wild. Greg says slow down. I go on to Greg. Come on, there's 16 games. Robert likes the Wild here. Jets for Greg, however, he likes them to win it 4-2. That's a big confident play there for Greg. Robert likes the under. Wild here. Are they going to be angry right now? Red Wings and Blues here in this one. You've got another closely rated game here tonight with the Red Wings on the road, 6-3 coming in, also 6-3 on the puck line. For the Blues here, they're allowing 4.3 goals per game and scoring just 3 goals per game. They're 3, 5, and 1 coming in. Detroit is just 2-4 in their last 6 games on the road against St. Louis. St. Louis still has that long-term winning percentage at home here. 800 winning percentage at home over their last 20 games. They have dropped 5 of their last 6 games here right now, but Detroit, they've won 6 of 8 all of a sudden, right, with this little surge, but still on the road, not great. This is kind of where they have struggled a little bit of late, going just 4-13 on the road, dating back to last season. So the trends would say, the immediate trends would say Detroit, but the long-term trends kind of say St. Louis. So let me hear from you. When Detroit takes on St. Louis tonight, what do you have here in this one? Red Wings for Bobby Mack. He also likes the over. And take Gibby, says Gibby. That's my name. It's Gibby. Take Gibby and the Red Wings is what he's saying there. All right, closely rated game here. And for me, I'm going to take the Red Wings on the road. Keep it going here right now against the Blues. All right, next up, you got the Capitals. Oh, man, God, Capitals and Logan Thompson on the road, taking on the Stars and Ottinger. Talk about a good goaltending matchup here, right? For Logan Thompson here, 5-1 record, 1.5 goals against, 93.5% save percentage for Ottinger. 4-2-1, 2.98 goals against, and 90% save percentage. Not the best numbers for him. Maybe we have seen better, but not awful. Washington's hot here so far. They're really, just picking up where they left off, turning the doubters aside. Washington's 6-3, but the Stars are 5-3-1 here. Stars have struggled against the puck line here, and they are favored, and they're 2-7 on the puck line so far. Capitals are allowing just 2.3 goals per game so far. So let's hear from you here with Washington. Medvedev lighting up Munar here. Let's see what you have, though. Washington taking on Dallas here tonight. Washington is just 1-6 in their last 7 trips here into Dallas. Now that'd be over 7 or 1-6 straight up last 7. So that's a 3.5-year sample size here, basically right now. Dallas has gone under in 5 straight. 7 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone under, but like I said, they do meet just a couple of times per year here. And for me, I've got the under in this one with Washington and Dallas with 2 pretty decent goaltenders. I'm going to think that under is the way to go here in this one. Robert's on the Caps. He's on the under here. And Greg says take the Capitals. It'll be 3-2 tonight. Senators and Blackhawks. We're now at 8:52 Eastern, 5:52 Pacific, 7:52 in Chicago. They just keep rolling them out there every 15 or 20 minutes. Here's another game. Ottawa coming in here 5-4-1. Blackhawks are 4-3-2. Blackhawks are 8-1 on the puck line this season, and they're usually the dog, and they're going to be the dog again, but you still have to lay a pretty penny to take them. Senators are 7-3 to the over. The Blackhawks are 2-7 to the under. Ottawa's just 2-12 in their last 14 games against Chicago, although they have won 4 of their last 6 overall coming in. Ottawa's gone over in 4 of their last 5 on the road. Chicago's gone under in 5 straight at home and 6 of their last 7 games overall coming into this one. And got a goaltending matchup here. Linus Ullmark for the Senators. He will get the start here. And He has a 4-3-1 record, 3.11 goals against. He's been good in his last 2 games, though, stopping 34 of 36 shots and a couple of wins with a 94.4 save percentage. He's up against Spencer Knight, 3-2-1, 1.96 goals against, 93.5% save percentage as Knight continues to improve, becoming one of the best goaltenders, I believe, probably in the league. We've got breaking news here with the baseball game. The steam is coming in on the under in the baseball game. Look, across the board, we're seeing this one drop down here to 8. 8 under 15 here at Circa. The Sharps are betting that the bullpens will come through, or maybe Ohtani comes through. But nonetheless, the move is on the under here in the baseball game. We're seeing it go down to at least 8 over 15 at most places. Bet online still 8.5 under 25, South Point 8.5 under 15, but Stations just moved to 8 over 15. A little bit of a buyback on the over immediately, but the move is to the under. There's some steam coming in. All right, Ottawa and Chicago here. Like I said, I think Spencer Knight is developing obviously into one of the best goaltenders right now, and it's part of why Chicago's been off to such a nice start here. Feels like so far this season. I'm going with the under here in this one with Ottawa and Chicago. And we've got Robert on the Senators here. He's also on the under. Have Robert and I agreed on every single total here so far, it feels like? Overtime, maybe, and take the Senators, says Greg Gibson. Greg says 4-3 Dodgers tonight. How about it? That's an under. Devils and Avalanche could be one of the games, if not the game of the night. The Devils are 8-1 coming in. The Avalanche are 5-4-2. Devils are allowing just 2.4 goals per game. They're scoring 3.9 goals per game. They're hot, looking strong, but the Avalanche also, got to consider here, and should be an awesome game here with this matchup. And at Colorado here tonight, they're favored $1. $1.65, $1.60, whatever it is. Total 6 over 15, over 20 here right now. Devils come in here, having won 8 in a row. Obviously, Colorado 1-4 in their last 5 games. 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two teams have gone under. Colorado has won 11 of the last 13 meetings between the two teams here in Colorado. And, New Jersey just comes in here once a year. I mean, that's a decade worth of sample size. So don't get too bent out of shape. I mean, New Jersey is hot here right now, and maybe we're seeing kind of a high water mark for New Jersey. Colorado's still pretty good. We know that, but will the series history even matter in this one, despite the dominating stats there, if you will? I like Colorado actually tonight, but it's just such a high price. What can I do? I'll just take them. I'm going to do one on the money line here with Colorado on the money line tonight. Yeah, $1.50, $1.55. Can't change the line. You could go -1. You can go regulation. Or maybe you like New Jersey here. Great game tonight. Game of the night, really, I think, when you look at the two teams and their records. Yeah, Golden Knights and Hurricanes, that's a good one too. But this feels like the game of the night. Robert's on the over in this one, I believe. And the Dodgers played too many innings. Go under, says Greg. Avalanche regulation for Robert here. Robert D. Mammoth and the Oilers here with Vejmelka in goal here for the Mammoth. Vejmelka here comes in with a record of 6-1, 2.42 goals against, 90% save percentage. Got one of the best one-loss records in the league so far. Skinner, 2-3-1, 2-3-1 goals against, 90% save percentage coming into this one. But, this has been a dominating series for Edmonton. They've won 10 of the last 12 meetings and 6 of the last 7 at home. against Utah here. Still have to lay it here with Edmonton at $1.50 or so, but I am going to take another home favorite here with Edmonton. Utah's been awesome. Edmonton, we're wondering, we're waiting. Can Edmonton? Will they get it? It's not. They haven't been awful. I mean, so far, have come in here 4-4-2. They're just 2-8 on the puck line. Meanwhile, the Mammoth are 8-2, 7-3 on the puck line. But I'm going to try Edmonton here. Edmonton got to get it together. They'll win some games. Mammoth aren't going to win them all. This feels like a pretty good game. Probably not a great price on Edmonton considering how good the Mammoth have been, but I will take here the Edmonton Oilers here with Skinner. Good matchup though, feels like here. All right. Greg says he's got Colorado back in that New Jersey game. Greg likes Mammoth here plus the 1.5, I guess there. Have to lay a big price there. Robert's on the over in this one. All right, I'm going fast, but we're almost done. Rangers and Canucks. Good thing there's not a frozen frenzy every week. Rangers Shesterkin, Canucks Demko. For Igor, 2-4-2, 2.25 goals against, 91.5% save percentage. Thatcher Demko's 4-2 with a 2.35 goals against, 92% save percentage, 2.35 goals against coming into this one. So Rangers have been better on the road, but they've actually been it doesn't feel like very good at all, especially at home. But they are 3-5-2 overall this season, but they're scoring just 2.2 goals per game. Vancouver's only scoring 2.9 goals per game. And talk about those goalies, good goalie matchup with Igor and Demko. Rangers come in here having won 5 of the last 6 meetings between the two, and the Rangers have won 8 of the last 12 meetings between the two teams when playing in Vancouver. So Rangers do have that series kind of series history, but again, you're dealing with East-West, playing just once a year, once in each site during the season, and 7 straight meetings between these two teams have gone over, actually. But I think with these goalies, I'm going with the under. I'll buck that head-to-head trend, especially when it's East-West. In a division, you might throw it out the window. It might side with the series history a little bit. But I think with these goaltenders, I'm going to go under with the Rangers and the Canucks here tonight. I think Robert likes the under here as well. Justin's on the Rangers. Greg says 3-2 New York. And Rangers for Robert. Thanks for being great commenters in the chat. All-Stars today. There are just 2 games left. Hey, we'd love to make these previews, but we've got to be a little bit realistic, right? You have to play 97 games on one night. Canadians and the Kraken here in this one. And you've got the Canadians favored on the road here against the Kraken. Right? Canadians been looking good here, obviously, 7-3, but the Kraken's 5-2-1. I don't know if the Canadians are just going to, waltz on in and maybe, spelled Montemno there, spelled his name wrong a little bit. Don't want to get my man Sam's name wrong. Montreal, though, Kraken are 7-2 on the puck line. They're allowing just 2.8 goals per game so far this season. Canadians are averaging 3.6 goals per game so far this season. Montreal comes in having won 4 of their last 5 on the road. And like I said, off to a pretty good start. But Seattle's won 4 of their last 5. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over. So let's hear from you in the chat, see what you have here between Canadians and the Kraken here in Seattle on Tuesday night. For me, I'm going to go under in this one with Montreal and Seattle. Here comes some plays in the chat. Man, Robert, I bet you we went on these 16 games. I bet we're probably on those totals probably going to end up with 13 or 14 similar totals. Robert's on the Habs here, and he's on the under. That's what I mean. I already saw it. Jordy went with the Rangers back there. And Kraken for Greg. He says they'll get it with that home cooking, 3-2. I like it. I got one more. I might be going too a little fast, but this is it, and the show's over. Kings and Sharks, Kemper and Nedeljkovic going in this one for the Kings here with Darcy Kemper, 2-2-2-2-2-2. Here, record 2-7-8. Goals against, 88.5% save percentage for Nedeljkovic, 1-2-1, 3.98 goals against here, 87.5% save percentage. Yeah, the Kings do kind of own the Sharks here, of course. Who doesn't? But Kings have won 9 of the last 12 overall. Sharks, no matter how you look at it, they've still lost 9 straight games at home dating back to last season. They've also dropped 18 of their last 20 games overall dating back to last season. Kings have had some woes early on. They're only 4-3-3 so far, but Sharks are 2-5-2. Allowing 4.7 goals per game right now are the Sharks. So let's see how you have it as we wrap up the action here. I've got the under in this one with the Kings and the Sharks here tonight. Give me the under in this one at, in fact, it's 6. It's 6. 6 flat. I'm going to move it down to 6. Grade me at 6 here. Kings and Sharks. All right, Greg likes it 4-3. Robert going with the under here with me once again, and Robert likes the Sharks. Yeah, you know what? I was going to say I don't know if the Sharks are improving or not, though. 2-5-2 right now. We'll see. Give me the under in that one. I think the show is over, you guys, and what a show with those 16 hockey games. Should be a great night with the World Series basketball tonight. Hey, don't forget, join me tonight. We couldn't get the guest on live here tonight because of the timing, and we got Mikey's show night, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific time. But afterwards, we'll have BB MMA picks for UFC Fight Night here this weekend. Yeah, that's right. We're going Fight Night here. We're back at the Apex here on Saturday night. So make sure you join us not only for the companion show on Saturday night, but also for BB MMA picks as we get ready for Garcia versus Onama here tonight. We'll preview that one with BB MMA picks. This one will be uploaded after Mikey's show here tonight. We couldn't get the guest until late afternoon. So got to have our pre-gaming with Mikey, and then you can join us anytime, actually, all week. We'll have that one loaded up. I think the other fights here that we're previewing should be some pretty good ones, actually, here. I think it's Kawamba and Lee, I think for sure. And I think we're also going to have that co-main event here on the Garcia Onama card with Waldo Cortez Acosta and Ante Delija. Okay. And that Cortez Delija fight, that was, you got former LFA champion Cortez Acosta and the PFL heavyweight tournament winner. This was supposed to be the headliner, but they moved Garcia and Onama into the lead spot in this one, actually. All right. Thanks, everybody. Jordy, Justin, Greg, Robert. Thank you, Robert. Action Jackson. He's got picks for us. Thank you, Action Jackson. Wow, that was quick. We asked for it. We got it. Thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam Show. Check me out over at winnable.com. Get more plays from me each day and the guys. I hope support me here on the channel by subscribing to my plays over at Winnable. I'm going to give you pre-plays every day, or at least my picks, right? That's what we do here on the Morning Steam. But if you want my re-released plays, my best plays, which ones I think are the best for betting, the strongest, if you will, check me out over at winnable.com and use the promo code STEAM to save 20%. This is really how you support me here on the channel. With all due respect despite the fact that Mikey is up about 200 units in the last calendar, it might be more than that. My deal with Mikey is I come on here and do this show for free. And in turn, I get to advertise my picks over at winnable.com. And now I got all of them guys over on Winnable, so it makes for a great team here with the Sports Money Network. So I need your support here to keep coming back to the channel. Otherwise, maybe I'll just go start my own. We don't want that. We want to do it at Sports Money here. I came over here. Mike's cool. Jeff's cool. They're like my brothers now. But hey, I'm married to the logo. Although I think we're changing the logo here. But I wear this shirt every day, and I only got 3 of them. All right. So it's all about the Sports Money. You want me to support me? Get the picks from me, please, you guys. I've got 60 subscribers. And they average 50 cents a day. So you can figure out how much I'm making off doing this show. 2 hours, about, right? 2 hours, about $15 an hour. I'm like working at, I probably could work fast food, but I want to do this. I want to talk to you guys about sports every day. So get on over there, get these packages. You might win the package right now. And if you win the package, please consider just re-upping once or twice with me. How about EuroLeague basketball? How about Eurobasket today? Yeah, we're going to have a card. I'm going to have a Eurobasket card here for sure. Let's see if we can't do the maybe one of the early games here. I've got the picks. Let me see. Also, there's some injury note coming out right now in the NBA here real quick. Yabusele's found his way to the injured list here. Knee injury questionable. Kuzma, ankle, questionable. Cole Anthony for the Bucks, questionable. Kevin Porter is out, we said. And Gary Trent Jr., probable. All right. And let me see here.
Steam play.
Okay. My computer. I'm going to, you know what? Hey, the Euro plays are going to be behind the paywall. I can't get my plays up here right now with the computer. It caught me off guard. So hopefully you're a subscriber. Let's bring Mikey on to do the commercial. Then we'll do the drawing and we're out of here.
Hey, it's Mikey Money here, letting you know the Sports Money team is live on Winnable. Come check out our best bets.
For a low monthly cost, you get the very best bets delivered instantly to your phone by text the moment they're locked in. No delays, no missed lines, just the smartest plays at the best odds.
We do the work, you get the plays, and they're sent right to your phone right when we drop them.
Don't wait, don't guess, don't miss the line. Join the winning team today and start cashing tickets with Winnable.
All right, here we go with the drawing. Who's going to win 1 month? Check me out. Over at winnable.com/Ramon. Like I said, the one cool thing about it here right now with the Winnable is the fact that, they got the AI kind of set up and it actually kind of grades the plays for me here. And we're all about the transparency. There's the tennis from last night and a couple winners there with, who do we have? We had Basharat and Carabelli there. And that's, it has a little green when it shows you the wins there. We had some hockey winners. Check it out there last night. A couple, 3 winners in there. Won our La Liga play there yesterday, didn't we? With Atletico Madrid. And that's how it is. A pretty cool feature there. They're working on the AI. I'm all about the AI, man. I'm not an AI capper yet. I'll use Ramon intelligence, I hope. All right, here we go with the drawing, and let's see who wins. Thank you for joining me here on the Morning Steam. Cash, Kane, our Tomps, Tremaine, Greg, Tex, Tariq, Abel, Gary, Kripke, Will, Johnson has won again. Look at Will there. Thank you, Will. Nice to see you as always. Thank you. I'll add 1 month to your subscription. and appreciate what you do for me in the chat every day. Thank you, Will. It's going to do it here for the Morning Steam. We'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific, more Morning Steam. But we'll also be here with VB MMA Picks. Also, make sure you join Mikey Money today, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific, for pre-gaming. He'll get you ready for the primetime action, including the World Series game number 4. And also, don't forget, 16 games. Mike's been waiting for this day all season, this early season Frozen Frenzy. So you better check him out. I think he's going to be stepping it up today with those NHL picks. All right, that's going to do it. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Awesome day here for you guys. And let's see here. Rhodey says Caboli or Shelton. I thought he said broccoli there for a second. He was chopping broccoli. All right. And let's see here. Greg going to take it off the night in the football. Thank you. Thank you to Will. And, Will, I'm sorry. On there, go to winnable.com/Ramon. Winnable.com/Ramon Will. And then sign up for 1 month and then type in the word winner. When it has a promo code, it will immediately change it to 0, and then you purchase it. They may send a $1 thing that they refund. I don't know. It doesn't happen all the time. I'm not sure, but there will be no charge. This Winnable is powered by Stripe. It's a totally legitimate payment processing system, and thousands of cappers actually use Winnable to send out their plays and their content. So we've found it to be really good. I've got over 250 subscribers overall, including the free folks. So do want you guys to subscribe here if you can. Like I said, 1 month. And I will say this, and I think of my subscribers, the subscribers do know it, but if you get like the 1 day, if you subscribe for 1 day, I put 2 days on. If you get that 3-day package, I put 5 days on. If you get a 1 week, I put 10 days. If you get a month, I put 5 weeks on. That's what I've been doing. I control it. So I just give everyone extra subscription every time they sign up. It says a week for $19.95 and not 50 cents. It's actually 5 weeks. It comes out to about 43 cents. So if you like this show and it's worth 43 cents a day to you, to me, and I know the thing is, when you do it right, it's not like, hey, I never pay for picks. You know what? 40 cents if you want, 43 cents to watch this show. I'm not making you pay anything. I'm just saying. And then you know what? I know when I see your name up there that's someone who's been, hey, you guys are all part of the family, even if you're not a subscriber. But those special folks in there, I know who they are, and I appreciate them so much. And yeah, do I show them some extra love and attention in the chat? Sure. Or in those other shows? Sure. If they want something to pick this game, you bet I'm picking the game for you. You're paying the 43 cents, 50 cents a day. You need an extra pick? You know how to get a hold of me. All right, everybody, that's it. And for the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
We make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice or might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. Ramon Scott. Sports money. Wake your ass up and let's get to